Hey everyone, let's talk about something a little unsettling. What if I told you that you could become an accomplice to a major crime and not even realize it? That's what we're digging into today, this really weird, kind of scary place where law and psychology crash into each other. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a thriller, right? But this isn't fiction. The question is very real. Could you, personally, be tricked into breaking the law without having a clue? Well, as we're about to see, the answer is a pretty big and pretty scary yes. So to really wrap our heads around this, our first stop isn't actually psychology, it's the law. We've got to start in the courtroom with a legal idea that casts this incredibly wide net, one that often pulls in people who honestly thought they were just minding their own business. And here it is, the big one, accomplice liability. Basically what this means is that even if you weren't the one holding the smoking gun or the one physically grabbing the cash, if you helped in any way, even a small way, the law can say you're just as guilty. It's a huge deal because it shows that for the courts, you don't have to be the main actor to be held responsible. And check this out, a quote from the folks at Liberty Bell Law really puts a fine point on it. They say, conspiracy charges can make you liable for crimes you didn't commit and people you barely know. Just think about that. It gives prosecutors this powerful tool to connect a whole bunch of people together, making every single person responsible for what the group did. It's all about that guilt by association. Okay, so we've got the legal backdrop. Now let's zoom in on the person at the center of all this. The human element, right? The one who gets caught up in the mess, the person who helps a crime happen without meaning to, or sometimes without even knowing it's happening at all. And there's actually a name for this kind of person. It's a term you hear in law enforcement, and it's pretty memorable. They're called a blind mule. So, what's a blind mule? Well, the classic example is something like this. Imagine a friend asks you to do them a huge favor and drive their car across the border. You say, sure, no problem. What you don't know is that the car is packed with illegal drugs hidden away in the panels. You're doing the work of a drug mule, but you are completely, totally blind to the crime you're helping commit. But here's where it gets really relevant for all of us. This whole blind mule idea isn't just about physical borders and cars anymore. In the digital world, we can all become blind mules. It can happen with just one click. And the reason why? Well, it has everything to do with the way our brains are wired. So if we want to understand why we're so easily tricked, we've got to take a quick look under the hood, inside our own minds. Brilliant psychologists, folks like Daniel Kahneman, figured out that our brains basically have two different ways of operating, two systems for making decisions. Okay, so you've got system one. Think of this as your brain's autopilot. It's fast, it's automatic, it's all gut feeling and emotion. It's what makes you yank your hand off a hot stove without even thinking. Then you've got system two. This is your co-pilot. It's slow, it's deliberate, it's logical. This is the part of your brain you use to solve a tricky math problem or carefully plan a trip. Now the thing is, we spend most of our day cruising on autopilot with system one because it's super efficient. But that efficiency, that's also its biggest weakness. And just how big is that weakness? Get this. Cybersecurity research shows that a mind-blowing 98% of all cyber attacks, they're not about finding some genius flaw in the code. Nope. They're about social engineering. They're about playing tricks on you. They're designed specifically to target that fast, automatic system one. They're not hacking your computer, they're hacking your brain. So how do they actually pull this off? Well, attackers have this whole toolkit of psychological tricks they use over and over again. The goal is always the same. Bypass your slow, careful system two and go straight for your automatic, impulsive system one. A brilliant researcher named Robert Cialdini broke these down into what he calls the principles of persuasion. Think of these principles as like psychological levers. Social engineers know exactly which ones to pull to get us to do what they want. They tap into our most basic human instincts, our tendency to obey authority, our need to pay back a favor, our fear of missing out. Let's break down a couple of the biggest ones. First up, authority. This one is a super powerful lever. We are just hardwired to obey people we see as authority figures. So when you get that urgent email that looks like it's from your boss, or a scary-looking notice from the IRS, your automatic system one just snaps into, uh-oh, I better do this now mode. That combo of authority and urgency is the perfect recipe to make us act first and think second, if we think at all. Okay, next we've got reciprocity. You know that feeling when someone does something nice for you and you feel like you have to do something nice back? That's reciprocity. And normally, it's a good thing. It builds friendships and strong teams. But attackers, they twist it. They'll do you an unsolicited favor or give you some little gift, all to create this feeling that you owe them. Then once you feel indebted, that's when they ask you to click a link or give up some info. And then there's scarcity. This one is all about FOMO, the fear of missing out. Every time you see limited time offer, or only 2 left in stock, or that terrifying your account will be deleted in 24 hours, that's scarcity at work. It creates this fake sense of urgency, and it panics our fast-thinking System 1 into making a rash decision before our slow, logical System 2 can even wake up and ask, wait a minute, is this for real? So what happens when these tricks work? When an attacker successfully pulls one of these levers on you? Well, you don't just become a victim. It's worse than that. You become their tool. You, yourself, become the Trojan horse that they use to get inside the gates of your own company. The official cybersecurity term for this is an unintentional insider threat. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an employee who, through absolutely no fault of their own, ends up helping an attacker. They're not a bad guy. They're not trying to cause harm. They were just manipulated. They become the way in for the real criminals, all because they were tricked. Let me walk you through exactly how this happens in a classic phishing attack. Step 1. An urgent email hits your inbox. It looks like it's from IT support. Step 2. Your fast, emotional System 1 kicks in and you panic a little. Step 3. You click the link without really thinking about it. Step 4. You land on a login page that looks exactly like the real one, so you type in your username and password. And boom, that's it. You've just handed the keys to the castle over to the bad guys. You have just become their unwitting accomplice. Okay, so this all sounds pretty bleak, but here's the good news. If the biggest vulnerability is human, then the best solution is also human. The answer isn't just buying fancier software. It's about changing the way we think. It's about developing something called a security mindset. So what on earth is a security mindset? It's actually pretty simple. It's the habit of thinking like a bad guy. It means before you do something, you take a half second to ask, how could someone abuse this? Or what's the worst that could happen here? Instead of just accepting things as they are, you learn to poke at them, to question them. It's basically about having a healthy dose of skepticism. And what does this look like in the real world? It all boils down to one simple thing: forcing yourself to switch on your slow, logical System 2 brain. So, the next time you feel that jolt of panic from an urgent email, that's your signal. That's your alarm bell. You need to pause. Just stop for a second. Question what's being asked. And the most important step, verify. If your boss emails you with a crazy urgent request, don't just email back. Pick up the phone and call them. Use a different channel to confirm it's real. That pause, that simple act of verification, is the ultimate circuit breaker that stops manipulation in its tracks. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. As you go about your day, scrolling through emails, getting texts, seeing those limited time offers, who's really driving? Is it your fast, emotional autopilot, your System 1? Or is it your slow, careful, critical thinker, your System 2? Because honestly, the answer to that question could be the difference between staying safe and becoming someone's unwitting accomplice.